I was watching TV and talking to my grandma on the phone, and we saw one plane go in and then the next, and we both knew that it was a terrorist attack. My story is an important story for military spouses. If I didn't shift my thinking, the terrorist had won. And from that moment on, I was like, you know, we're going to public places and we're doing public things, and I'm going down, living, not hiding, you know. I started painting when I was 40. I'm 52 now. Every time we moved, I felt like, hey, I just got some customers. People just realized that I was here, and it felt like it was getting torn down every time. It was very difficult. We would move to a new place and my husband had an instant circle of friends, and my kids and I were like floating. I somehow just got the idea that instead of looking at it like my life was torn apart every time, I would look at it like I was building something that most artists didn't have. And in that shift of consciousness, I see tremendous optimism for culture in general. And I think that this is really very much an illustration of that, like how this could go from torpedoes to art. It's very inspiring. The artists here are wonderful. It's a tremendous support system. We help each other with our hours, we help each other with ideas, with color. I'm having an open house at my house and inviting other artists to participate. Someone to do ceramics, someone to do jewelry, someone to do painted silk scarves. You know, so many layers to our life being in an enclave like this. The thing about my work is I don't just paint on glass. Many artists paint on glass. Some artists paint on the front of glass. Some artists paint on the reverse. But what I do that's unique is I paint on the back and the front of the glass, and it creates a very three-dimensional effect. That is inspired by those Easter eggs that you looked in when you were a little kid and you could see a whole world beyond. So in this piece you can see the sky is painted from the reverse and the flowers are painted on the front. But this piece is even more of the Easter egg effect, because when you open the doors of the piece, you see a whole world inside. A military life is, looking back over 22 years, in the middle of it was excruciating at times. Other times it was tremendously joyful. But now that I'm looking kind of back toward the end of my husband's career, I can say that it's a great life, and that any life really worth having is a challenge at times. While you're going through your own process, your children are watching, and it's very important to teach them how to live. It just matters that you are showing them how to overcome and prevail and enjoy their life. It's up to us to make it work. If all these studios are closed and all these people come through, so there's, you know, I really feel like, gosh, did I do enough?